The Mandalorians of Star Wars Legends were a fan-favorite culture in the galaxy. An entire race of people dressed like Boba Fett. What's not to love? The new canon changed their history, specifically around the time of the Clone Wars, so today I want to cover everything we currently know for sure about the canon history of the Mandalorian people. The ancient history of Mandalore was filled with war and conquest, just like Star Wars Legends. They were led by a single leader that took the title of Mandalore, whose rule was enforced by a group called the Protectors. According to Finn Rao and Star Wars Rebels, the Mandalorians endured wars since before the formation of the Republic. During those times, Mandalorian Crusaders spread throughout the galaxy until they ran into the Jedi Order. Much of their technology was developed in response to the Jedi in an attempt to best their mystical powers in combat. Despite their fighting, a Mandalorian named Tar Vizsla was allowed to become a Jedi, and he created the Darksaber. After his death, the Jedi kept the weapon, and the Mandalorians waged war against the Old Republic. During that time, the members of House Vizsla infiltrated the Jedi Temple and reclaimed the blade of their ancestor. Centuries of constant war took its toll on Mandalorian space. Their colony of Concord Dawn was ravaged, and the final conflict in the Mandalorian-Jedi War left Mandalore's surface scorched and lifeless, making it uninhabitable outside of hermetically sealed domed cities. Nearly 1,000 years later, the Mandalorian people broke into civil war. The fight was for the future of Mandalorian society. The new Mandalorians wished for a pacifist way of life, stopping the cycle of violence. The other faction wished for a return to their warrior past. The new Mandalorians, aided by the Jedi, were victorious. Satine Kryze ruled the survivors as Duchess, and the warrior clans were exiled to Mandalore's moon, Concordia. There, the leaders of Death Watch continued plans to return Mandalore to the way of the Conqueror. Aided by Darth Maul, they were able to seize control of the planet and assassinate Duchess Satine, launching Mandalore into yet another fight amongst themselves. The chaos there allowed for the Empire to easily take control of the planet after the Clone Wars. A former member of Death Watch named Gar Saxon became the Imperial Viceroy of Mandalore and leader of the Imperial Supercommandos. He was opposed by a number of Mandalorian resistance fighters, including the sister of Duchess Satine named Bo-Katan. Resistance was met with violence, and the Empire unleashed a devastating weapon on the Mandalorian people that was unwittingly created by one of their own, a young girl named Sabine Wren. To speculate a little bit, it seems to me that Mandalorian society is organized a lot like Westeros in Game of Thrones. Mandalore's years of conquest led to their ownership of a large part of the galaxy known as Mandalorian space. Each colony was managed by a house or clan, and some houses held more power and influence than others. We can see some of this in Star Wars Rebels Season 3 as Clan Wren seeks to gather more clans to their fight against the Saxons and the Empire. I love the idea that Mandalorian space is so big that they have their own unique societal infrastructure completely separate from that of the Republic. A common misconception is that Jango Fett and Boba Fett are Mandalorians. According to Almec, Jango Fett is simply a man that stole a suit of Mandalorian armor. Personally, I still kinda hold on to the idea that they're both Mandalorian, and the introduction of these houses and clans makes me think there is some interesting politics going on. Maybe Almec is simply being pretentious, looking down his nose at Jango Fett, who could be from an insignificant house, and Almec is saying that they're so low they might as well not be Mandalorian. But I think it's more likely that Boba and Jango Fett are not Mandalorian at all, and I'm just holding on to the past. That's about all we know for now. Rebels Season 4 will certainly show us a little more of their history and culture. Some questions still remain, especially surrounding the presence of Mandalorians after the Battle of Yavin, as Boba Fett is the only one we've seen, and apparently he's not even Mandalorian, so where are they? Are they just isolating themselves? Are they still at war with each other? That's a question I'd like to see answered. But that's it for today. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.